Carrie, Carrie, we missed you. We missed you, Carrie. I know you handle family business like a champ. That's probably why I didn't hear from you, right? So,
Carrie,
sorry for the feedback. Everybody who's first gets feedback. Missed you too, Carrie. I love your questions. You engage in the chat. It's like that person that's missing at Christmas that makes it fun. AKA me when I'm missing at Christmas. It's like, that's arrogant of me. Let me not show my actual arrogance. Good. That's what I want. I want you to open it on camera. Not that that's why we sent it to you. We love that idea, though. Let me clear some of this equipment. Angle grinder, which is just, if there ever was an electronic mess, it's an angle grinder. Coming right back, folks. Just give me 1 sec. Hey, chat. Starting to look a little bit more smoother. Public with members only chat. Carrie says she was always a teacher's pet. Why am I not surprised? That's why you and me get along so well. I never took a teacher's pet for granted. I was a teacher, so I obviously liked having a pet. Oh, now that it's rounded on those edges, I kind of want to add this thing. Keep from getting marred up. Oh, somebody's barbecuing. It smells good, man. That smells like ribs. Thanks, Carrie. Carrie said that is looking awesome. I appreciate it, Carrie. We've been doing good, Carrie. Carrie said, how have we been doing? We've been doing great, Carrie. Taking things in stride. Precisely what I don't want is those little, you know, if there's little snags on here, I got to get those now because kids are going to be running their hands on this. In a second, I'm going to wipe it down to get the sawdust off. I'm going to use mineral spirits or denatured alcohol, whatever I have here. So we've been great, Carrie. How's it been the last couple of days? You good? How's the wife, the grandson, and Num, as we say down south in Num? How's your wife and your grandson and them? Yeah, I had a feeling it has something to do with that. This is 220 grit, I believe. So like medium fine paper here. Oh, so you were still there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense, Carrie. Yeah, if you're going to be there a long time, it does make sense for you to go home and take a break. Sure, it's very intense. Man, whatever they're cooking near here, it smells so good. Yeah, if you got several days, I can see why you would just take the 4-hour hit and just go home for a little bit. I'm going to put on my big apron here. I'm getting a lot of dust on me. Yeah, you got to let the doctors do their thing. You know, they move at a certain speed. Have you ever been a patient in a hospital, which I'm sure you have, and you're in that state of observer where you're in a bed? You know, you've been missing life until you sat in that hospital in pain and you realize life is always going on around you. You hear the nurses talking at the nurse's station. I definitely have my finger. Carrie said, cross our fingers, she does not need another surgery. Absolutely, Carrie. We'll pray for that. Heather may say some spells or something. Did I just expose her as a witch? Yeah, Carrie, I figured you probably would say some spells too. Thought you were witchy too. Don't say too many spells, Carrie. Otherwise, I'll turn into a frog on the live stream. And tell you what, I don't know where Mike's at right now, but Mike's scared of the witchiness over here. True story. Obviously not a mystery that I don't care for. Let me call him this. Facial haired Norseman. I'll call him an alternative name. A Norseman with facial hair. Though he's a facial haired man, but I wouldn't call him a Norseman. Oh yeah, that's right. So Mike, I got this message from Mike. And since he's not in here, I'm definitely going to tell you. I had been complaining about this gentleman who I know you would be familiar with if I said his name, but I will not because I don't know, I guess I could say his name. He's passed away now. Bradley Custom Design. Randy Bradley. He hated me. That man, I don't think I've ever seen somebody draw so much hatred for me so quickly. Something about me really upset him. But I got over it, and I was kind of talking about it, letting my feelings out on Shooting the Poop live stream. What's up, Wes? Welcome. Welcome, huge friend of the program, Wes. I got my 2 huge friends of the program in the chat, which is lovely. So yeah, so I said some stuff, but I never put his name in it. Carrie, you remember that dude? I mean, he only passed away recently. He would be up in BV's chat and throwing money at him and stuff. Well, I said one thing, and he was on my live stream in the gallery. I didn't know he was in there. And he waited till the live stream was over, and he knew my mods weren't in the room because he knew who they were. Like, he literally knew my mods. But he didn't want to get in trouble with them. But he didn't mind saying mean things to me. So in the comments, he waited till the live was like over, went in the comments and said some really mean stuff about my channel. Really mean. It hurt my feelings badly. So I stewed on it for a long time, and then I brought it up in this live stream. I got a message from Mike the next day. I'm so glad that you didn't say his name because this is what happened. I said, what? The guy passed away in a boating accident, as you mentioned there. Obviously, prayers for his family. Tough situation. I don't wish that on anyone, so I am not a bad person. When I heard that, I said, I'm so glad I didn't say his name. And obviously now all I'm saying is his name. I'm not saying anything bad about him. He has passed away. I believe the old Roman saying, speak no ill of the dead. There's only a few exceptions to that rule. Anyway, Mike was scared. Mike sent me this message. Don't send any of your juju on me. I was like, oh, I like that he thinks that. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely does, man. One day you're yucking it up, making someone else's day miserable. The next day you wake up dead. Double tap that screen, like this video. Space age wood right here. The only thing I don't like is that these little bends still have angles to them. This is going to be the weirdest rail ever. My mind's eye pictured it better than it actually turned out. But it looks pretty sleek. If I take some, I'm going to take some solvent and get off the funky stuff on here, kind of see what the grain, it'll give you a preview of what the grain looks like. Ha ha ha, Carrie says, you are the all-powerful dad. Nah, I never wish death on anyone. Are you less angry at it now, is what Heather asked. Oh, about my piece. Yeah, we'll see how it works on the bed itself. It's going to be different, you know. But who wants to do stuff the same, you know? Make this silky smooth. Thank you, Wes said it looks good. Appreciate that. Old Path, welcome. New member as of a couple days ago, Old Path. What do you say? What do you say, Old Path? What do you say? What do you do? Silky, silky, silky smooth. Yeah, I know that feeling. Old Path said, just trying to get around sore this morning. I definitely know how that feels. Seems to be kind of part of this year, this season. And when the moon is full too, seems like those aches and pains are worse. For me, it's like I can't sleep well. Definitely, you know, medicate if necessary. Stretch and figure out where that pain's coming from and somehow address it. If you need to go see that doctor, don't hesitate. Oh, featured member of the day, shout out to Real Outdoor Living. I spun the wheel and that was the name that it landed on yesterday. So I featured him in a post for a short, and then I found one of his videos, his cabin. They built a cabin out of logs. And I remixed that video also. Double tap that screen for me and like this video. So soft. It's getting so soft. As Wes says, no snags. I'm not finding any snags on it. Best way to put that. Yeah, I mean, I definitely have mileage on my body. I calculated when I started running about 10 years ago, my first pair of running shoes, I put 4,000 miles on those shoes. Imagine a pair of shoes with the mileage that your car has before you get an oil change. I am going to, great, Carrie, awesome question. Carrie said, what kind of finish am I thinking? So, let me tell you. I don't know if I have it out here. I left it inside. So I'm going to take apple cider vinegar and fine mesh steel wool pour the apple cider vinegar into a tub, put the steel wool in there, let it sit for a couple days. Then I'm going to brew some coffee, a big, huge thing of coffee. We got this old coffee around here. I'm going to mix that coffee with it strongly brewed, let that evaporate a little bit so that the coffee becomes more brown. And then I'm going to add turmeric and these pokeberries so that I have basically every color, and there's going to be a dark brown, blackish color. That's what I'm thinking. Usually when you mix all of those primary colors on the wheel, which is what's going to happen if I add the berries, it's going to be a dark brown. So, and I've never really stained anything dark brown. I like to do natural finishes like tung oil. I'm going to put tung oil on it, but I'm going to wait until the first finish sinks in and apply the tung oil as a coat. Yeah, so I'm crafting my own stain here. I was at Walmart. I could have bought some stain, probably around the same price. But I like to know that the kids don't have petroleum products on their bed, you know. It's just better for them. We'll do coffee and some other stuff, you know, non-toxic stuff. Well, pokeberries are toxic, but only if you eat them. They're not toxic if you don't eat them. And once they're pressed into a stain, I don't think they're a threat. Thanks, Carrie. Carrie said that sounds awesome. I think it does. We'll see how well it turns out. The apple cider vinegar and the steel wool are going to create a chemical reaction with the tannins in the wood and turn them a blackish gray color. So I'm hoping that the other stains can kind of hold their end of the bargain after that. Yeah, my kids, my niece and my nephew. My niece won't bite it, but my nephew might. But he's not gonna be up on the bunk bed anyway. He'll be sleeping in like a pack and play for a minute. All right, mounting this is gonna be very tricky, and I want to do it with style. Luckily, this will be a non-toxic piece of furniture, so if a kid chews on it, nothing's going to happen. Even the pokeberry stain is going to be so diluted. All of the solvent will be gone by that point. Welcome everybody. We got a live stream going on, but we have members only chat. My name is Calvin of Dad's Workshop. Inside is Heather of Dad's Workshop, managing the chat. I'm so happy to have everybody here. Couldn't be more thankful and appreciative that you all chose to spend this time here in Dad's Workshop with me. So I'm going to mount it. Yes, Carrie. Carrie said, am I going to mount it with dowels? Yes, very good. But I'm also going to mount it with 2x4s. So the 2x4s I'm going to glue up to this piece. I have to cut them exactly to fit this bottom and also sit flush, sit level. So the 2x4s will go up in here, and I don't know whether I'm going to put them at an angle. I'm thinking of diagonals, maybe even for stability. And then I'm going to, once I've got them seated in here, and I'm actually going to cut recesses in this rail so that the boards can sit right in it. I'm going to dowel join them into the rail, glue that up and leave it. Then I'm going to have a dowel coming through the bottom. That's going to stick you know, 3 inches or so, not probably 2 inches into the stringer on the bed. That is the runners that hold the slats. And that will have the dowel holes in it, and we'll just sit there. You can sit the rail right down into it, and it should seat in there. And we'll see. Hopefully that'll work. That's me slapping the dust out of a rag. I got myself a new bag for the shop vac I'm psyched about. Get the dust out of here. This is just going to take the sawdust off and then show you kind of what the grain will look like if it's oiled. Gives you a little sneak preview of what the grain's going to look like. But what I want to do is get all that sawdust off of there. Little snag right there. That gives you a good idea of what it would look like with like tung oil in it, right? It would just shine like that. The grain wouldn't change color. But like I said, I'm putting that the mineral spirits on there now in order to get this dust off. Well, I'm glad you're at home, Carrie, because then you can relax and enjoy your normal routine for a little bit until you have to jump in that car again and go back to the doctors to get your wife. You know, I'm sure everybody's hoping just everything for her is okay. That's primary focus. And then you all getting home safely would be next thing. Little trick to get the dust off. Just drop it off of there with some sort of solvent. Not you know, like a super big trick, not a hack, but it works. Also makes it look really nice for a little while before it settles back to its matte color. I'm going to take the more coarse sandpaper to this one spot here. Yeah, Carrie, if you make a video and post it on your channel, I'll like repost it and promote it on mine. Not that you're trying to grow your channel necessarily. I forgot whether you are trying to grow your channel. If you are, we can be more aggressive than that even. Do me a favor, folks. Double tap that screen. Like this video. If you're a member, come in the chat. Let's talk. Members. 67 members. 7 of which are regulars. And then 60 of them are gifted memberships from my lovely members. Current members, I should say. If you're interested in joining the family and you want to be in this chat, check out that link. Heather will post it. I don't want that to the inside because it's got a little bark on it. All right, so the mattress is going to be 8 inches tall from the bed. I want this to protrude above the mattress by, I don't know, 3 to 4 inches. So this is 14 inches, I believe. I made an extra spot of 2 inches here, just in case. So this is 12 at that point, right there. Now what I would like to do is turn these bad boys diagonally. Let me tighten this in the vise here. And I want to shape these blocks too so that they're not square. I want to add curves to these too. Might have to set my bandsaw back up to do that. So I hadn't decided. They probably should be like this or at an angle, right? The other idea I had was actually cutting through mortises and having these go up through this piece. I think that's just a little too complicated. I gotta make sure I do this thing right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna curve these kind of like a bow, you know, like an hourglass. I think that would work, and that's not too complicated. But if they have to be this way, I'm gonna have to take some material off, I think. If they're like this, I suppose I could set them like that. I don't think they're gonna look good like that though. That one there looks pretty good. That's at 12 inches there. All right, so here's how I'm gonna do this, guys. I'm gonna label this as 1. We got to make sure this is square to the layout here, as square as possible against the round. Oh, come on, tighten up, Calvin. Only a little bit of curve to that. This side is relatively square. Let me see how that is squared up. This is the tricky part here. Alright, so I gotta rotate this. That's that side. Huh. That is tricky, huh? I might have to eyeball this and do this like just by eyeball. Sorry, camera. I'm over here now. If it's right, the slope should go downward. Good for your brain. That's what they tell me, at least. Yep. Let's see if this technique works here. Okay, so the best way to do this is probably, I can do it with my hands, so I'll do that. Appreciate that like, folks. Make sure you double tap that screen if you're on a phone or mobile device. You know, on a computer, you hit that like button. Smash that like button. By eyeball. So it is kind of by eyeball here. So that part your wish will come true on. I'm going to cut above this line so I can carve it out to the right shape. I'm going to leave a little bit of leeway. slightly offline there. I am Dad's Workshop Calvin. Welcome to Dad's Workshop. If this is your first time here, we're so happy to have you. We love you already. Make sure you do subscribe. Our live streams tomorrow will be open chat. We try to show our members love by giving them an opportunity to have the floor. So thank you to all our members. I'm going to start right here actually and cut above this a little bit. I'm going to use the rip cut side. It seems like the knot that's in there. Getting a little close to that line. Go back to that cross cutting side here. Ooh, I feel the blade loosening. Dang, I don't want to hit those teeth on stuff. Weird, look at that. Look at that pattern on the inside. This is where the sun hit it, I think. Interesting. All right, that looks pretty good for now. Now it's about taking material off till we get this curve right. Now, end grain like this is a true test of the sharpness of your chisel. So I use this chisel all morning. I did polish it, meaning sharpen it with the very finest. So test my metal here, see if we can get this. Oh, the birds are, yeah, there are bananas outside right now. Earlier it was the mockingbirds. Now some other kind of bird. Let's do this. Flip this around here. Yeah, it is a shame. I'm surprised my mic's not picking him up. But you know, it gets, what do you call it? Condenses? Probably condensing mic. This can be a little wonky if it has to be. I just gotta get it. It's gotta get dialed in. If you don't know who I am, I'm Calvin. This is Dad's workshop that you're in right now. We make furniture from easily accessible materials, 2x4s and conventional lumber. What do you call it? Reclaimed stuff. I got some reclaimed stuff here too. I love reclaimed work. It's not my focus now because it's expensive actually, unless you go in to salvage it and you get it for free, which I have before, but not the stuff I have in the shop. I paid for that by the board foot. Heather said, one bird is just singing its little heart out right now. I'm spying from the back step. I love that. Good vibes. Happy nature vibes. Man, you know, one thing that will help depression is some extended time in nature. I'm not saying that's like a cure for medical depression, but sometimes spending a little time outside and seeing what the animals do and just sitting around, or I go on runs every day, so I'm out there all the time. But to just be with nature, and I don't mean in a corny way, I mean like just watch how nature acts, and they got it way tougher than us, you know what I mean? Kill or be killed world that they live in. End grain, man, that stuff is hard. Don't play. That's why people like those end grain cutting boards. Turn on my little fan here, it's getting a little warm. That's a sound I like. It's the sound that I like. How's Mike doing over there, huh? Ha ha ha. I did get ice cream. I could be in the worst mood in the world, but when I go on a grocery store run, if someone says, "Can you get ice cream?" I mean, it's usually a yes. I can be in a complete mess, and I'll always stop in that ice cream aisle, you know. Man, he could come over here and just have a friendly chat. Nah, I understand why he's going live stream. Mike's got to go live. Sure, he's on the clock right now, of course, but I guess if he's going to be on the clock and get in trouble, probably running the live stream and not hanging out in someone else's is a better idea, because you'll get something out of it. several steps to this process here, because what I want to do is get the curve accurate on the top here so that it matches the bottom of this. It's close. In order to get this flat, see how this is rounded, I'm going to have to cut a recess in here. And actually, I can cut it to these. Let me see what that angle is. My guess is it's like 95, but it is 98, 97 degrees. Yep, 97 degrees approximately. It's curved. So let's make a recess in this thing. I'm gonna know right away if this works once I try to attach this stud in here. If this works, I'll know I can do this from now on. It's gonna be really hard to get an angle on a rounded piece here. So that's that side, so it's going to be going downward from there. It should be like this. Oh no, that's on that side. I think I picked up a cherry, because cherry always goes hard, you know, as an ice cream. It always hits. So, and I know Heather likes that one, so I got her one of those, and then I got a French vanilla, which I know she doesn't like. That's me being sneaky, because I know she won't eat that one. It's like custard style. It upsets her stomach. So I got one of those so that I can have one that's like unrated. She's not going to like me saying this. If it sits on there, the angle's not bad. All right. I think we're going to take it in basically like the equivalent of a quarter of an inch or so, just not very much. And then probably wow, whoever is burning stuff, it is strong, man. I hope they don't got poison ivy in that mess. Yeah, let's put it in like a quarter of an inch. It is, ice cream is a core part of my happiness. That is true. It's going to be flipped like this. This would be the right. You know, I used to hate, Carrie said maple nut and pralines and cream. I would have like hated that ice cream when I was a little kid, because that's what all the adults got. They got butter pecan and all these things. Who wants nuts in there? I mean, seriously, as a kid. Now I love it. This is going to be a tricky deal here. can't lose my saw. I'll have to get right on Amazon and order another one. I do. Oh, I can hear it. It's I grab one of those teeth. Kevin Ellis, welcome. Remember Kevin Ellis? Yeah, anything caramel, especially salted caramel, Carrie. Carrie said anything caramel also. Salted caramel, like cup, like they're almost like Rolos, but they have salted caramel in them. Those that might be my favorite single ice cream. I think I made caramel on a YouTube video, actually. Guys, remember, if it's daytime, it's Dad's workshop here. Your rest and relaxation and edutainment, we could call it. I'm being conservative with this a little bit, meaning I'm not taking very much out because I want to see whether it sits in there. This is experimental, highly experimental for me. I don't do curves like this usually. Very tricky. I see Japanese guys doing it on Instagram, you know, but they make it look easy and it's not. You throw all your measurement stuff out the window, basically. Oh, is Billy up in here? I didn't even see Billy. Oh, Billy might need a modding over there. Kevin, he said he's in Mike's Live also right now, so he's bouncing back and forth. Totally understand that. Kevin, we appreciate you. Anytime you can spend with us, we enjoy. Yeah, Mike might need you over there to control those trolls. Mike's being heavily trolled today, I guess. That just happens sometimes, man. You know? I feel like it happens on horizontal lives more than verticals, but, you know. Who knows? It almost sticks in there. Yeah, I gotta take a little more material out of that side and then sharpen that angle a bit. If I get it good enough, it'll sit in there, and that's kind of what I want. That's how I know the dry fit is good, then the glue up will be good, you know. Same thing I said with my mallets. Speaking of which, Carrie got her mallet today, Heather. I don't know if you caught that in the chat. Or yesterday, I don't know when she got it. But she got it. That may be the last one out. Ben got his in Denmark. Daniel told me he got his last night. Ruiz got his. Plywood got his. And you got yours. Increase this angle a little bit here. Oh, that's right. Carrie got extras in there, and not just the mallet, because we had to throw a little extra something in there. I forgot about that. I'm excited then now because it's not just the mallet, some other stuff. Beautiful. I'm loving the way it feels right now. Sweet, Carrie. I'm excited. I'm like the kid. I'm the guy on Christmas who just cannot wait to see people open my presents. You know, the presents that we get. You know, the kids especially. And you'll be disappointed if you do that because, yeah, that was right. Because kids will often just brush right past presents that they don't totally love, you know. So. Could be, oh, I'm going to say it so Heather will hear it. Epic fail, epic fail. She said that's old terminology. And you'll see how that sits in there now. I just gotta pare away a little bit of material here on the side from the shoulder. That's this right here. Man, I love this chisel. I'm so thankful for what I get to do here. So thankful. So thankful for y'all. I'm enjoying this big time. Very satisfying. And I suggest you try it too, because you might find that this is your thing. I'm excited. I think this is going to work. It's going to be tricky to get the heights level, but that's how I'm going to do it, each one of them. The dry fit is pretty good there. Let's see how it looks on camera, see if there's any gaps in there. A little gap down there. Some off the shoulder here on my side, and then a little more material, and then I got to flatten out that angle a bit. Carrie, love you, appreciate you. Thanks for being here. We're glad to have you back. Excited to see you back in the chat. Hope to see you later. Big shout out to Carrie, huge friend of the program. Shout out to Wes if he's still in there, not taking attendance. I did that earlier, and I don't want to do that to Wes again because he's working. But big shout out to friend of the program, Wes, in the chat somewhere, or working on his job. Oh, cramp, foot cramp. Ooh, gotta walk on it. Every time I take some from that shoulder, I feel like I've taken enough, and then turns out I haven't. And I don't want to break it open by hammering it in there. Both my feet cramping up. I must be dehydrated or something. Possible, I've been out here a lot. Heather said, nice haircut. Thanks, Heather. You know, I tried not to get one, but this pretty girl kept telling me to get a haircut. So I was like, man, all right, whatever. If you're pretty and all, and you think I should get one, then, you know. And she was like, nah, I'll do it myself. I was like, what? I was like, bet. And she did it. Yeah, it's getting closer here. Getting closer. Y'all know you've heard me say that before. Be a little more aggressive with the shoulder here. Gotta have good mods too. Alright, now it's time to remove this rounded center on this. So let's do that and see if that doesn't help with this fit a little. Do not want to be setting chisels on my seating bench. Yeah, I gotta remove that stuff. As I said, I'm trying to just remove some of this, I guess it would be rounding in the center here. That's going to help this fit into that mortise better. And we're going straight on to end grain, so it's a little tricky. Mockingbird. My name is Calvin. Welcome to Dad's Workshop. If it's daytime and you are craving something relaxing or trying to brush up on your woodworking joinery, please and thank you. Please come and hang out with us, and thank you for doing so. Tomorrow's chat will be open. Today's chat is just members. 67 members. I got to make sure my members stay happy. Members. Gotta have members. If you're interested in becoming a member and joining this growing fam, get in on the ground floor. It's $2.99 a month. That's less than a Popeye's chicken sandwich here in the United States, if you're stateside. If you're over somewhere else, it's less than a British breakfast or a bacon roll or a cup of the Queen's finest coffee. Blew out a little bit down there. If you really enjoy the channel, and I know some people do and they're just quiet, make sure that you share it with a friend that likes the same thing. Like this content, comment on this content, and share it with somebody. That's how you can help me out. And you don't have to pay $1 for that. You don't have to pay a dime for that. It's absolutely free. So why not help out Dad's Workshop, Calvin, and double tap that screen, like this video, check out our other videos, drop a comment so we can say hi to you. I answer comments very quickly. If I'm not on a live stream, sometimes I answer comments in the middle of the night. I'll roll over and check my phone. That's how much I care about my audience. Benjamin Winkle, another recipient of a Dad's Workshop mallet. Unfortunately, Ben had to pay a few customs. May have had something, may or may not have had anything to do with the current political situation. I don't know. I stay out of the news. Benjamin, welcome. You are very welcome for the mallet, Benjamin. That Benjamin received a mallet as part of the giveaway. So I want to encourage everyone to become a member or become a subscriber so that you can be eligible for these giveaways. I have never sold a product on here. I've only given them away. Benjamin said, "Don't worry, dude. I'm not worried. I'm fine." Wow. That's even snug. See if you just take your time with this stuff. Just got to go down a bit. On the right side, it looks like. Yeah, and then it should settle in a bit more. Yeah, I'm going to take more material out of that right side. Oh, welcome back, Carrie. We'd love to have you back. Benjamin's in the chat. He got his mallet too. Carrie, I think, you guys got them both around the same time. Benjamin's over there in, as I call it, Daneland. Daneland. Danelaw. Just carefully, little bit by little bit. No rush. There's no rush. Things are hard when you're rushed. But if you can take your time on stuff, I'm really optimistic about this design now. I want to tweak it a little bit and make sure that this is not the right piece of wood, is it? I want to tweak it and make sure that it looks like sleek. I don't want it to look massive like the rest of the bed. Yeah, this is getting better and better. Yeah. Sorry, my ADHD. What does it look like from you guys' side? Alright, so what I want to do is make a curve out of this, like this way, hourglass shaped, I think. So it still has its strength. But before I do that, let me make sure I'm shored up here. Yeah, it's kind of raised on this side. I don't know what it looks like on you guys. Oh, it looks plumb on there. Better on you guys' side than mine. Every time I do a little bit out of the edges, I straighten my shoulder up again, right? With the side of the chisel or the back bevel, whatever works best. I don't want to take any more material out if that's the problem, though. Alrighty, we'll call this do the old woodworker's trick. Y'all see I made a star right there? And when I put this piece back together with that, it should make that star again. I will do that before I make any changes to it. Wow, that didn't turn out bad. It's better than I thought. We'll call that piece piece 1. It sits in there just like that. Yeah, I was born to be a woodworker, man. All right, now I have to measure something real quick. There we go. That's the right angle. Sorry, folks. Trying to make sure I can't make this mistake. Yeah, no, that'll be good. We'll do that. Yep. One thing I gotta mark. Shout out to all my members in the members only chat: Carrie, Benjamin, Kevin Ellis. We had Kevin. We had Old Path in here for a little bit. He might still be in the gallery somewhere. Yes, Wes does it, of course. Last but not least, Wes does it. Okay, all right. This is right here. All right, got it. Got to memorize that spot. Right here. What I'm trying to do, chat. I'm trying to. I'm not just walking away from you. I love y'all. Sorry. What I'm doing is, if somebody gave me a dislike, that's all right. They're gonna send you my stuff when y'all do that. When you dislike it, all it does is tell them that you have a bone to pick with me, and then they put my my video on your feed, on your For You stuff. So it's cute, but it's funny also at the same time. All right, let me get that yardstick and measure how far it is from the end of that piece to the next spot I got to do. It's going to be exactly 12 and a half inches. 12 and a half inches. It's probably going to have to be cut about 1.5 inches shorter than this one. Down. I want this one like this, that bark side in. Is my chat what? It does look like I'm not able to get past this spot here. Okay, so let me address that. Carrie, appreciate you being here. Definitely, yeah, let me know when you've done that. You got my email. Let me know when you've done the video thing, and we'll knock that out. Ash clap. What would I be asking? Oh yeah, I got 1.8K subs, ladies and gentlemen. Got to do a ceremonial drum roll, right? Ceremonial drum roll with 2 3/4 inch poplar dowels. Y'all ready for this? Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, that's not really the song. This is the song. 18K subs, folks. This is my hi-hat. What? That's my... y'all can't hear a hi-hat. That's in my imagination. What? Oh. Oh, I'm over here. Yeah. Sorry if I scared folks off. I do love y'all. But I have to do a ceremonial drum roll for my 18K subs, which I just hit. So thank you, everybody. Thank all my members. Appreciate all those folks. 18K subs is not nothing, you know. Not nothing. We're moving pretty quickly. All right, so the way to do this would be like that. This is how I did it before. But we got to make sure this is as square as possible because we can't have these like tilting. It's going to be a little tricky. Thanks, Wes. Wes said, man, that looks good. Thank you, Wes. I appreciate that, man. This is tricky, man. I'm trying to work with these curves here. I mean, I can size this down. I just need to get that curve there correct. But that should be... All right, let's establish where it's going to be. Let's put it straight to the top. That's probably the best way to do this. No, I'll put it against that line. No, never mind. I'll do it against the top. All right, so there we got that lined up. I can feel the bottom edge. Some of this is going to have to be eyeball. It's impossible to actually clamp up and measure like this. Well, maybe I could clamp it. Clamps are useful for a lot of stuff. Let's do this. Let's get it down to... If I could put a... This is tricky because getting it level, not that level is actually necessary in this application, because the rail just needs to protect the kid from falling off. Man, I need to put a level on my wish list. This thing's broken. Look, my one plumb level on here is gone. So it just needs to come down just a little bit. Almost within tolerance there. Gotta come up a little bit. Don't want to drop that again. Product right there. Oh, tricky, tricky, tricky. A rounded edge makes it real tough to do this. It's really tricky. It's gotta come up. Almost had it there. Almost had it there. It's maybe the trickiest clamping and like layout I've ever done. I've never tried to do this with curves. I knew it would be difficult. It's got to be at exactly that right spot. Don't want to do that. Let's see where that is. I'm gonna eyeball that. That about right. And Uh-oh. Keep that bubble in there. We gotta keep that bubble right there. There we go. Wouldn't be the first time I made a second line. Oh, I didn't see Heather say want another set of hands. That probably would have been helpful, but I think I got it figured out. That was a bird flapping around in here. That wouldn't be the first time that happened either. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to make this cut and then I'm going to let y'all go. I do too. I love members only chat also. But I love all my new folks too. Tomorrow, if you pop in, you will be able to chat. But I got all these members, and there's money on those, and I got to make sure that folks get their time to talk. And we've got 69 of them, so that's very important that they stay happy. Oh, that shaking. Sorry about that, camera. It will be. Heather said today's going to be a crazy set of numbers between the two lives. I agree. It is. It's a career day at Dad's workshop. I think we went over from something in the 1,600 subs to 1,800 subs in like 2 days. That's big for us. So thank you to everybody. Thanks for sticking around at Dad's workshop too. Endurance. It's an endurance game here. The reason I picked this stud here is because it had a look of more old growth trees with tight rings and stuff. The problem was though, look at the sapwood on it. There's so much sapwood. The red is the mature heartwood and the white is sapwood. So I think the trade-off is that there's a lot of sapwood in this particular tree. Sapwood does not behave the same way. Come to Dad's workshop. We'll talk about trees. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about trees, like the ones that produce wood. Lineum. Trying to pair to this line here so I get this angle right. Hey, everybody who's coming from Bearded Viking, man, welcome here. Bearded Viking doesn't really make that many videos anymore, and he's not very nice to his people, so hey, you're welcome with me. Sorry if I offended somebody. But yeah, we'll take all those Bearded Viking refugees that he doesn't appreciate. So I gotta open my mouth, man. It's that time now. I like my folks. I'm gonna make videos and do lives and all that stuff. I'm not gonna leave y'all alone. Take your money and run with it. Go away. Yeah. Little tear out there on the end. Y'all can see this cut line here has to. Let me get another. This chisel's starting to get a little worn here. And I just hit the devil with the clamp. Like I said, guys, end grain is the most telling of whether your tools are sharp or not, right? So after you sharpen a chisel, you should have a piece of wood like this and do this type of direction right against the end grain. And if you're crushing wood, it's not sharp. If you're not getting through, or you're crushing wood. Last time I ended up with a rounded spot on there. It's kind of a pain. Don't want that to happen again. Happy hump day to everyone. Make sure that you do subscribe. We will have normal live streams back again tomorrow, where we will have everybody will be eligible to chat. But if you do want to become a member, we do member stuff every day. Tomorrow I will have a members only dedicated live stream. I'm going to start making member shorts. I'm going to make sure my members are appreciated. So less than a cup of Starbucks coffee, you can become a member here for a month. Network with this community if you're a crafts person. You know, we have a community of craftspeople here, very knowledgeable, and if one person doesn't know it, another person knows it, and if not one person doesn't know them, another person knows them. So that's the whole thing, is that if you're trying to start a channel here, this is Dad's Workshop is a club you want to be a part of, man. That's just long and short of it. Dad's Workshop is growing very, very fast. We can't even keep track of our metrics on all the different sites. So pretty soon, man, and nobody here is quitting. Knock on wood, you know, we'll stay healthy so we can keep producing this content for y'all, and this edutainment is just what it is. So happy to be here. So thankful, so grateful for all of you all. Just wanted to make sure you know that. Look at that, man. Chisel cut right next to my finger. Another reason to wear gloves, guys. Learned my PPE lesson earlier. Yeah, that's gonna be good. All right, so here's what we've done today. We took our bunk bed banister that took us a couple weeks to put together, lamination and shaping, and then reshaping, and more material came off. And now we got to the point where we can start sizing these legs for it. For the this is a railing to keep the kids from falling off. That's the other way. Oh, y'all can see. I can see. You can see. I can see. You can see. I can see that you can see. It's not as tight as I had it originally because I worked the joint a bit, but it'll be fine because see how it's sitting in there. That's all I need. We'll dowel join them together. It's gonna be like that. Y'all probably can't see that. And that's the next one, right? And we will work on that one there. We will work on that one there. Manya manya. Tomorrow morning, if it's daytime, folks, most likely Dad's Workshop is on, or one of my Dad's Workshop friends like Wes or Mike or anyone else would be on, and we are here to hang out with you and counsel you on your craftsmanship needs. We love y'all. We appreciate you. For today, that's all. I'm going to be dropping this short in a little bit with the next member's name. That's part of my member's shout out. I love y'all. Appreciate you. Good to end on a strong note. Double tap that screen. Make sure that you subscribe. Think about becoming a member. It's $2.99. Real cheap. If you're spending time here, you know, it makes sense to put your money there. I'm going to make sure that my members and folks are rewarded for being loyal to this channel. I'm going to be loyal to you. Love you. Appreciate you. Sorry, microphone. This is Dad's Workshop. Your daytime hour or so of rest and relaxation. I'm Calvin. Behind the camera is Heather. We love you. Do the next right thing. Have a great day. We will see you tomorrow.